I had a really good session today. Hope you found it helpful. Just going to run through some of the points that we discussed during the session. In terms of kind of setup, I want to feel nice and relaxed and nice and loose in that grip pressure. I think sometimes we're always guilty of a little bit too much tension there in the hands and holding a little bit too tight. And that's obviously going to cause some issues there with allowing the left arm to do what we want to try and do. Now, in terms of the backswing, take the golf club back very nicely. It was having a slight tendency to go back on the inside, which we're not going to see as much here now. But we don't want that club to be whipping too far on the inside and what we call bowing and getting a bit hooded. That would create a lot of sort of hook spin and the ball then spinning off to the left. The result or the combination after that would involve you either aiming further right, swinging further right, or as we'll see in this case now, when you swing to impact, kind of holding the club face open. Left arm we can see now sort of post impact quite high, sort of bending a little bit in this direction, and the fact your glove hand is visible just generally a sign that your left hand has held that face open just to stop the club from flipping over. So in reality, once that club was going back a little bit more upright, we actually did find it quite hard to hit the golf ball to the left in the initial stages. And as we said, that's to be expected. Backswing changes made in the lesson are going to be a lot quicker. We're going to find them a lot easier to make because obviously the clubs go back a lot slower and we can therefore control it. Once you've found kind of a sort of happy medium between the swing plane where you were and where you got to, we can get the golf club to the top of the back. So now a nice good shoulder turn, very good sort of full turn of the back to target now. The feeling now as we come back down is allowing this left arm to sort of soften and release. So we just look at how your arms sort of work now through impact. That movement with the left arm, the elbow is staying down, it's staying into the body. Now we're not tucking the left arm in or sucking it into the body, it's just simply staying down as your body rotates towards target. The knees, the feet, the hips and everything else rotate towards. The elbow now we can see is kind of down in this position. We don't want the left elbow to be popping up, as you call that chicken wing kind of position, holding the face off. What you did find when you were warming up, the first 4 or 5 shots were okay, a little bit left, a little bit right, and then you kind of found the middle ground. But unfortunately on the golf course we haven't got that luxury of multiple shots to try and find a straight one. And then you did say yourself on the golf course your scores get quite inconsistent on some days when you're just timing it nicely and you happen to play a good shot, or if you do go a bit left right in the initial stages, just whether or not the shots that go off to the right manage to find an open part of the golf course, or whether one day they go to the left and find a bad part of the golf course. As we know, a bad shot can cost you 2 shots, whereas a miss to the correct side could actually cost you nothing. So you will find your scores a bit fluctuating up and down there. So if we can get the club working back straighter, okay, so gentle curve on the inside, not whipping too far behind us, so not too much bowing. Once that backswing is a better position, the feeling now of that left arm, now the arms kind of work together, is going to be a real good key for you to sort of focus on now as you start swinging that golf club through the hitting area. A good drill we practiced and what we discussed there during the session, sort of swinging the golf club with sort of 2 clubs around your body, making sure that left arm is folding over and the right arm is doing exactly a mirrored version of what the right arm's doing. What we can see on this one here now as we come through, kind of a bit of a sort of opening of the arms there now. I say like sort of holding the club face off, which is to be understandable. If you've got the club face going back hooded and too far from in here, you're going to be creating too much of that kind of right to left spin. As a result, you're going to find ways to stop that spin. One of the ways of doing that is sort of hold the face open as you were on the left hand side. So work on that movement through impact. Any questions, obviously give me a shout and I'll see you next lesson. All right, cheers Adam.